Hey there. Lindsey, congratulations on winning Champions League recently. My first question is going to be a non soccer question just about the overturning of Roe v. Wade today and your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I don't like speaking about this very often, but waking up and hearing that news was not great, to say the least. I'm still a little bit shocked and trying to take it all in, but I do feel like this is just a step backwards for our country. But that's all I'm going to say, right now.
Thanks, Grant. Let's go to Joe Lowry. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, Lindsey, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it. I will look on the field a little bit. For you coming into this camp and for the team right now, are there specific things on the field that you all are looking to really drill, to really improve and really see evolve over the course of this tournament, maybe in a tactical sense?
Yeah, I mean, always room to improve. I think coming into this camp and looking forward to qualifying, I think it's one, nailing all the details and just preparing for each game that we're going to have in qualifying, but also just knowing that it's going to be difficult atmosphere, and I think that's one of the biggest things that we have to improve on, focus on, and know that it's to come. And I think anyone that's played amongst it, in a opponent's rival stadium, whatnot, it's going to be difficult. So a lot of game management meetings and training focused on that, but other than that, just playing like we know how and nailing down all those details.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to the Denver Post. Where are you, Brendan? Hold on. I lost you. There you are. Go ahead, Brendan.
Thanks, Aaron. Hey, Lindsey. Thanks for taking the time today. So, the other day at Mallory's media availability, she just kind of mentioned, how much she looks up to you and called her one of her best friends. And I just thought that was cool to see. And kind of flipping that around, what have you seen from Mal about, the fight and determination that she's displayed since returning to the national team? Thanks.
Mal's so cute. I would also say she's one of my closest friends, and I think one of the coolest things that I've seen from her is, Mal did not make the Olympic roster, and I think that was very hard on her and something that she, maybe hasn't dealt with in her career, because she's, really taken off since she was 15, 16 years old, and she's been a star, with U.S. Soccer. But that being said, what had happened in the Olympics and what she did after that is, just what shows what Mal is, what she's like and her personality and her character. And I think you're seeing her play, the best soccer of her life right now. She's scoring goals, she's having fun, and I mean, some of the best goals I've ever seen her score as well. So for me, it's, as a big sister, a good friend of hers, it's amazing to see because she did that, by herself. And yeah, I'm very, very proud of her.
Thanks, Brendan. Let's go to Jonathan Tannenwald. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Thanks, Aaron. Hi, Lindsey. Thanks for taking the time today. You wrote a very eloquent Instagram post when you got home from Lyon. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. It was the one with you sitting on the field with the trophies and the confetti and all that. About what it was like when you went back to France, the questions you had in your own mind and all that. And I was hoping you wouldn't mind elaborating a little bit on that some. All of us who watched your entire career and know what the arc and all the ups and downs were, for an opportunity for those of us now have a little time to write about it. If you tell us a little more about what that moment was.
Yeah, I'm going to do it without getting emotional again.
Unlikely.
Yeah, I think once, the season was over, I got to reflect a little bit, and I think back a lot to my time at PSG, and I was there for 3.5 years, and, that was a huge risk for me, going at 18 and being the first female to to go from high school to pro. And I, had so many second guesses at that point. What was going to happen? Was I going to achieve the goals and dreams that I had? And, I ultimately got to the national team, and I think that was the route that I wanted to take. But then looking back, it's just like I felt like I didn't accomplish what I wanted to there. I didn't have the impact that I wanted at PSG. And I think for me, going back to Lyon, this was like another risk that, I was just like, I need it. I need the challenge. I need to, find ways to now show like who Lindsey is after that first experience, and what she can do now. And at age 28, it seems so crazy, but 10 years after when I first went over to PSG. So I think now having a Champions League trophy and French League trophy, something that I never obtained with PSG, after 5 months that I was there, it was just a very special, magical feeling. And now no one really can take that away from me. So I think just reflecting on it all, it's just incredible, those two experiences, how different they were, and actually getting trophies now. So
I realize it's a lot to talk about, and I don't want to push you too far on it, but I hope you don't mind my asking if it all feels like a long time. You mentioned the 10 years bit. Does it feel like a long time, or has it gone by quickly?
A little bit of both. My time with PSG felt like forever. But then again, these past 10 years have gone by so quick, and then getting this next opportunity to go to Lyon, I was like, I felt like I was just in France like a few years ago, but then you look back and it's like, oh, I went 10 years ago. It's crazy. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool to just see, how my career has evolved, and that these risks and sacrifices were worth it.
Thank you so much.
Well said, Linz. Let's go to Jackie Gutierrez. You're up, Jackie.
Thanks so much, Aaron. Hi, Lindsey. Appreciate you taking the time. I know the last time we talked, I think it was about your United texting situation there, but just with everyone's, kind of like various travel situations, and with you kind of switching back into the national team swing of things, just wanted to kind of touch base as far as what that's been like, and just the adjustment with everything. And obviously there's some new faces on the team as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is like the first time that I'm out of season and everyone's coming off of like games 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and I'm like a little bit more fresh. Weird feeling, but it's been nice for me to just have a few weeks off. But I think getting everyone back in, and a few new faces in the group as well is really exciting. I think this is the first time that you get to see us in full action, qualifying tournament with all these new faces. We've obviously been playing friendlies and whatnot, so I think this is going to be really exciting, and I'm really happy with how our team looks, and a few players coming back into the group as well that I think have helped a lot.
Thanks, Jackie.
Definitely.
Let's go to Mike DeCourcy. Go ahead, Mike. Hold on, my bad. Now you're up.
Lindsey, with what you were talking about before, with so many new faces and also some veterans, you're kind of in the middle there. You've won a World Cup, but you're not toward the end of your career. So what sort of responsibility do you feel to sort of bridge that gap, to sort of help the younger players come along, and then as well, helping the veterans like Alex to continue to produce?
I don't think I need to help Alex at all. I think she's got that one handled herself. I think now these days are me finding ways to build on my leadership. That's always something that I've wanted in the national team, and I think these are now my opportunities to do so. So that's been a goal for me, coming into this season, this year, with all these new faces. As much as I can, I want to help the younger players. And I think it actually helps me having Alex and Pino back into the group. Becky, of course, it's our captain. I learned so much from them, and it helps me understand what it takes to be a leader on this team, and be a role model to those young players, and do everything that we possibly can to win this tournament as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Let's go to Andrew Jones.
Thank you, Aaron. Lindsey, congrats on your Leon success and getting that Champions League title. My first question or two is for the vacation that you and TJ were able to take towards Mykonos. What was the most fun for that vacation and being able to refresh and get back into the national team picture on that? And on a different subject matter, we just had over now the ruling with Roe v. Wade just now over the course of what Supreme Court ruling. So if you had any thoughts about that and if any players on the team discussed that. So those are just my questions there.
First, I didn't know Tyler was known as TJ, but I will take it. That little 5-day week time in Greece was one of the most incredible vacations I've had, and I think the first vacation I've had in a while after a tough season. So I think that was great for me. Get a little refresh, and again, like I talked about before, actually reflecting on what's just happened in my career and in the season with Lyon. So I was very happy about that. And to your second question, I did just speak about it, so I'd rather just move forward.
Thanks, Linz. We're going to finish up with Linz. Go to Ben Paris. Go ahead, Ben.
Hey, Lindsey, welcome home. It seems like almost every girl that plays soccer, and even boys for that matter, know your name, and because you've won at almost every level. What's it like to be a role model for all soccer players in Colorado? And second question is, do you have any plans for the Avs game tonight?
To your first question, it's an honor always. I've always dreamt of like being able to do this for the younger generation. I think when I was that age, looking up to some of the players that are even on this team still, that's what keeps us going, that keeps us driving. It's like a goal. We can see someone that actually obtained something and they were in our spot, at that age. So I hope now, for me, I can be a role model for all these younger kids coming through and showing them hard work and determination, et cetera, can get them to this level. And obviously, my youth team is here, so that's also exciting for me. But yeah, sorry, what was your second question?
Gonna watch the Avs game tonight.
Oh, wish I was going. I'll be watching at the hotel, and hopefully this is the game.